how do we realize these changes to help improve healthcare? And in the question, you said something very interesting. You said, how can we get citizens involved? How can we get payers involved? How can we get governments involved? And I think that is part of the answer as well as the question, because I think that they still exist in silos. They exist in separate organizations where they create their own purpose. So I think government has to listen to industry. I think industry has to listen to patients, and patients have to talk with government. So it's really part of the same dynamic when we talked about how care is shifting from control to collaboration. I think it's an imperative that these organizations, governments, and people work in a collaborative dynamic where they start talking and exchanging ideas. Because right now, building 4 separate silos with individual ideas that don't connect is not going to work. There's a word in technology we call intraoperability. It's the ability of one computer to talk to another computer. That's a problem because my healthcare system doesn't talk with the hospital. But what about human interoperability? The ability of organizations, companies, people, and governments to have an ability to connect and exchange ideas. I think that's where the magic takes place because interestingly, much of the technology exists today. And the interesting thing about innovation is it's not so much finding the new idea, but implementing existing ideas that work today. Genomic analysis, telemedicine. These things are here now and offer functional and practical opportunities for medicine to really implement and not only innovate. And those solutions are not as expensive either. And the other point that I think is very interesting is that the implementation of technological solutions are not intended to solve problems, but to jump over problems. And that's part of the magic of technology, is that it's not just going to solve a doctor shortage. If we don't have enough doctors, the solution is maybe more medical schools. But the technological solution is to use telemedicine or leverage virtual reality to train doctors or students at a distance, or have patients talk with their doctors or their cardiologists or their rheumatologists by using telemedicine and video.